Are you able or have you ever written from a place of happiness or contentment?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I only either write when I'm super up or super down. Anyway, I mean, I write quote unquote in terms of just, chord progressions or whatever. But as far as the lyrics go, it's either jubilant or in a kind of maybe manic way, either jubilant. We are getting into the psychology of songwriting too, which is fascinating, I think. Or if I'm really, really down. Or it also depends on what I've been reading if I'm very inspired, but that could be a kind of jubilance or a kind of downer in the sense of like, oh my God, I'll never be as good as Philip Larkin or T.S. Eliot or anybody like
Mm,
that. But at the same time, that realization, like, I'm gonna try at least
yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Does your reading, it seems, it's sort of self-evident how reading might inform mood for lyrics or even turns of phrase or just ideas. Does literature manifest in the music? Does it influence sound?
I can't say that it does because I don't see how it would seep. It must seep in a dreadful word coming, Lawrence, holistic way. It,
You're such a Californian,
I
you damn
know, I know, I
hippie.
hate that word. Can I have that with some sprouts? Like,
Nobody told me I was interviewing a hippie.
oh my God. I'm from the 60s. I'm from another dimension. With the caveat to saying dreadful word. But yeah, I can imagine that it does seep in there somehow, but I couldn't exactly finger how it, how could that be? It definitely, it's all over the lyrics. It's all over the lyrics, although I'd be the last person to equate them with poetry. I've had fights with people about that. I don't think that lyrics are poetry, that poetry is poetry. I mean, people have tried in the past, even former professors, to compliment me and say like, oh, lyrics are poetry. Like, no, they're not. They can be poetic, but to my way of thinking that they're separate things.
It's interesting that need to elevate the form beyond what it is.
Yeah, what? Oh, yeah. I never thought about it like that. That's really good. Thanks. That in a way, it's diminishing them to try to, like you said, elevate them to some status that they don't need. Good lyrics are still a legitimate art form. So to call oneself, I think there's a certain pride that you should have to for oneself to call oneself a lyricist for sure.